Hello, in today's video I'm going to be following up on the IKEA buyback scam I made a video about a month ago. So let's get on with it. Roll titles! So you might remember back in January I made a video about how we were taking some items to IKEA at Thurrock Lakeside for use of their buyback scheme. And if you didn't watch it, then basically IKEA buy back some of their used furniture and give you vouchers to buy new furniture in store. So it's a really good way of recycling and you getting rid of things you don't want anymore and getting money to buy new things. What you've sold back to the store ends up in their circular hub and other customers can buy it. Now the thing was, the table that we were taking back had actually already been purchased in the circular hub. And they told us, because we'd already purchased it in the circular hub, we weren't able to use their buyback scheme. Now, there was actually no mention of this in their terms and conditions, and there still isn't to this day. We were just told, yep, it's very much in the terms and conditions. So basically, we just ended up leaving a table and a stool there that we couldn't do anything with because we had to buy some things and we couldn't just take it all back in the car. Now, I made a video about it and I said my bit and that was about it. Now, Vicky actually decided to take to Twitter and ask IKEA to explain themselves and why we were told that this was part of the terms and conditions, but it's not actually in the terms and conditions. She's been wrangling with them for over a month now and trying to get some kind of response, and we were told, first of all, it's definitely in the terms and conditions, here's the terms and conditions, read the terms and conditions, but it's not in the terms and conditions. She asked specifically for them to point out exactly where in the terms and conditions it was, and they admitted they couldn't see it. So it was all a bit of a mess, and finally they said that they would pass our complaint on to store level for them to deal with, and we were promised that we'd get a reply within 72 hours several times over. Now eventually we had an email from the store. They basically asked what had gone on and to explain the situation in our own words. So Vicky did that and we actually had a response. And the response is quite interesting and quite telling really, and it seems IKEA have made a bit of a fuck up. Okay, let me read their response to you. Now I'll read it verbatim and some of it doesn't entirely make sense, but that's not me being an arse, that is what the email says. I did look into this on Friday for you after receiving your original email and spoke to the gentleman that you described here, as he remembered the products when I spoke to him in regards to the buyback. Originally the buyback terms and conditions did state that circular hub items couldn't be accepted, but this has been removed and they wasn't aware of this. I have explained to the gentleman and the other co-workers that they need to all be aware of the changes, and when dealing with buyback they need to be up to date with any changes, as it is a service that we continuously monitor to ensure that it's best for our customers' needs. I'm sorry that you had this issue in store, and I've set up for an e-voucher of the value of your quote of £64.50 to be sent to you via email. This should arrive within the next 72 hours. If you have any further issues, please do not hesitate to contact. I hope this goes some way in restoring your faith within IKEA. Now that is great. So clearly it was originally part of the terms and conditions that they wouldn't buy back things that had originally come from the circular hub, but thankfully that has changed. But annoyingly, their staff didn't know that. So we were actually in the right, which is nice to some extent, but it was frustrating in others that we had to go through this whole experience. Just even complaining about it to IKEA has been an utter ball ache. Now that email was sent on the 27th of February. I'm recording this on Thursday the 2nd of March, and surprise surprise, the e-voucher of the value of £64.50 has not hit our email. They honestly are absolutely useless. They're such a big company, I can't understand how they can screw things up like this. I think the most important thing, apart from getting the voucher, is that they've admitted that they were wrong and that it isn't in their terms and conditions. It's just a shame that their staff haven't been trained to know the terms and conditions. It is a bit disappointing, but hopefully this might start to change. And if you have any trouble with the IKEA buyback scheme, then you can point them in this direction and say, oi, that Kit Pakes Off the Internet made a video about this. Hopefully all the staff have been made aware of the changes to the terms and conditions. So it will be a circular hub, hopefully. You'll be able to buy furniture from there, and then IKEA, in theory, should buy it back. And so the circle continues, which is great. I hope you've enjoyed this quick update. If you've had any IKEA customer service problems, just drop them in the comments. I do like reading stuff like that, and I do like making these videos on sort of customer service based issues. It's quite fun. But anyway, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but for now, it's game over.